Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are working on this journey to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of the soul group, that are all helping us together. And so this message today is a few things about that I've seen in people's healings and stuff that's come out to help us on our journey. So the first thing is somebody made a comment to say that there is a film which is called 222. And yesterday, so I've just looked at the trailer of it because I was like, "You're no way," and it's out in this year, 2017. Now, when I'm watching the trailer, I've said before that that these relationships are written in the stars, and then sure enough, in the trailer it says "are written in the stars." So again, just perfect. The other reason why this is perfect is that we've had so much around the 22, right? 22 being the Star of David, sign of beloved, keep the faith and hope. Now, when I was clearing out my room for my B&B to stay, I found an envelope, and on the back, this is from a while ago, I'd written out, that must have been from an old video, the number 22, which was a Rumi card. So I'm going to read it out because, again, I think this needs to come out today, and it just so happened that I found it just as this, somebody made a comment. Also on this, look, it's got no surprises, 11, and it's also 77. So this is how much your relationships are written in the stars. So Rumi, the Lion and the Deer, number 22. This card tells a story of ancient divine soulmates, taking on lessons in love together, lifetime after lifetime, willing to become crazy for love, to follow their hearts, and to break society's rules to achieve true love. In doing this, they have to first unearth their own truth, so they may bring balance and unity to their union. When you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly towards heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you become burnt like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair in yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. Well, how gorgeous is that? The other thing yesterday I said about in a healing, her divine counterpart had given me a mushroom, and then the mushroom was the sign of abundance again. But also, the other thing is that somebody then sent me, that I've done healing for, sent me a note to say she was driving along yesterday and there was she noticed a squirrel. And the squirrel was eating something. And when she was looking, she thought, oh, that doesn't look like a nut. What the squirrel was eating was a mushroom. And so she said then, it was amazing that then you did the video about the mushroom. Now, as it goes, as I was coming to do this video, there was a squirrel that was sat outside the window looking at me. So, of course, now I've come to look at what the squirrel symbology is, because I know that they have a message for us. And again, so much in keeping with what we've had recently about you have to create fun in your life and really, almost take the focus off the twin flame, I'm going to say something else, but it's about having fun for you and, kind of just knowing that it will come in for you at the right time. But in between times, really make fun for you, because if you're always focused on the twin flame all the time, then, it does get exhausting when actually, it's all about love and loving life. So when the squirrel comes into our lives, it is often a message for us to have more fun and take life a little less seriously. We can see this in the squirrel's daily antics in our yards and surroundings. However, other animal symbolism of squirrels deal with practicality. So that's why the message is practically you've got to find ways of having fun in your life and doing things for you. because if you get too consumed in this journey, then it becomes all consuming, and we forget about, actually it is about love and it's about having fun, and it's about seeing the joy in life, and it's about creating the life of your dreams, and it's about following your dreams. And so that's why the message around the squirrel is so perfect today, because it's like, we take life too seriously, let's have some fun. Now the other thing that so I did a healing for somebody, and this they have actually been, they have this particular relationship, they have had they've been married together, and separated. But what was quite significant in the healing is that he very quickly stood up, and I could feel, this is the second time it's happened for different people, but stood up and I saw his solar plexus like radiating out light like a big sun. And he said, I'm coming into my power. And he said that before there was always a power struggle, because he felt that she was much stronger than him. And but because he wasn't stood in his power, and he was thinking that he wasn't enough, he was looking at it in kind of a negative way, and that had created jealousy within him. Whereas seeing that actually, and now what he was showing me, he was saying, actually now I understand that an apple isn't an apple without the core and the pip. And so he was saying that actually I can see that, that basically together their strengths and their weaknesses made the whole, right? And he said, it's taken me a long time to battle with his ego, basically. That's essentially what he was saying. He was saying, I was jealous because I thought she was stronger than me, because it highlighted and made him feel that he wasn't enough. And so at the end of the healing, though, he said a very specific thing. He said to me, we fit. Anyway, so I sent her the healing, and she came back, and she just said, that's just because he also showed me a tug of war. And at the end of the healing, and the tug of war was this rope going backwards and forwards. And he said it's between, that constant pull between his head and his heart and his ego. And she said that's been exactly how it's been in their relationship. But she said the thing that, at the end, he said to me, but we fit. And she came back and she said, that is actually what he says. And I was like, oh, that's so lovely to, because again, that's just such an amazing confirmation, right? And so just these things, when it's so specific, I just love it, because it just makes me have tingles. And I'm like, oh, it's gorgeous. So the other thing is somebody sent me an email just now about saying that she finds comfort in talking to her twin spirit, which is something that I do all the time. Because he's around me all the time, and so when I read her email, I just thought, oh yeah, that's a really good point to think, because I just said, so because it's second nature to me, I don't think about it, but that is a massive comfort. So if you're not talking to your twin spirit, then do, because if you're talking to your twin spirit and talking to them like you're there and expressing your love and telling them, then of course energetically they're receiving that. And so energetically it makes your connection stronger with them, with the higher self down to the physical self, right? Because it will filter down. So, if you are finding it if you're finding it challenging, then if you open up a dialogue and just chat. So I chat to mine all day. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. So that just makes you feel a little bit more comforted, because you just get lots of, basically it's like they're with you all the time. And so so that's the message for today. The message is, have a chat with your twin spirit, and also remember that these relationships are written in the stars. And definitely all of the guidance at the moment is take the journey less seriously, and have fun with your twin spirit, and play more. And just know that actually there is a bigger jigsaw that's being put together by universal energies. And your jigsaw for you and your twin is part of that bigger jigsaw. So you just have to know that it's going to happen when the time is right. And actually, in between time, you just need to have fun, right? Which is the more that you talk to your twin spirit, the more that you create that strong connection, the more that you can, know that it will happen, and the more you can move into that space of just ultimate knowing. And the way you do that is to move more and more into your heart, more and more to clear fears, anxieties, worries, more and more just clearing all energies that aren't supporting your highest and your truest path. And basically just keep releasing stuff. So if you need some help, I'd be more than happy to help, because what I can do is I connect to your twin spirit and you, your higher selves, get you the messages that you need to help put you on that highest path. And it is basically, anything. It could be a past life, it could be this life, it could be an analogy of your energy's at, it could be a message, like that healing. It was the tug of rope for him about his ego versus his heart, right? But in the end, he said, I realise now we fit, which I just think was a beautiful thing, because of course the jigsaw pieces, you are the ultimate jigsaw. Remember that. So if you want to come, it's only £20. I do specials, and you can have, if you buy 2, you get 3. So you can have a healing and then an energy reading using the Oracle deck, and then another healing, which works really well. Or, you can have as many as you want, basically. All details are in the link, and I am doing a magic 7. If you buy 7, you get 10. Oh, with that, somebody called Peter has ordered, so I sent an email back. I haven't heard anything. So Peter M, I will call you. If you're watching this, Peter M, then please contact me, Divine Love Crystal Grid. I have sent you an email, but I haven't heard anything. So I'm just wondering whether you would like a healing or not, but please contact me. All right, so there you go. It is your relationships are written in the stars, and they are beautiful and as powerful as a star. So keep going, keep shining your light bright. All right, take care. Bye.